Israel Adesanya getting a title shot is an absolute joke, but it's exactly what I expected. He's going to fight Dricus du Plessis in Australia in August, and it's just a way more sellable fight for the UFC than the Strickland rematch for du Plessis. Sean Strickland dominates Israel Adesanya for 5 rounds, goes to a very close split decision with the now champion, beats a contender, and now he's probably going to have to fight another contender to get a shot at the title again. I just think it's stupid. I mean, you want to talk about Dana White privilege. This is a great example of that. I wouldn't have been that bothered if it was Strickland that beat du Plessis and then they decided to do the Adesanya rematch. Even that, though, would have been a bit undeserved. But yeah, this is the fight the UFC are going with in Australia. It is quite sellable. I can see it doing quite well. There'll be a lot of good build-up. There'll be a lot of beef between Adesanya and du Plessis in the build-up. But yeah, I just think Sean Strickland's been mugged off really badly here. So I'm guessing the next matchup for Strickland is the winner of Whittaker versus Lisgrove. That matchup should probably main event a fight night in a stadium around September time, so the timing works out quite well considering du Plessis and Adesanya are fighting in August. And if Adesanya were to win this fight as well, it'd just solidify the middleweight division as the biggest meme division in the UFC for me. I mean, it has been for the past few years. You could argue heavyweight's a close second, but yeah, if Adesanya were to win this after getting arguably an undeserved title shot, then that'd just confirm it for me. I think the way the fight goes depends on what kind of Adesanya we see in August. To look back on the Strickland fight, I think Strickland would have beat him 9 times out of 10 that night. I think stylistically, Sean Strickland just has the answer for Israel Adesanya. Made him fight on the back foot, pressured him really well. And yeah, I just don't think Adesanya had an answer for it. He might have been having a bad night, but I don't think that's any excuse, really. I think Sean Strickland has his number. When it comes to Dricus du Plessis fights, the one thing people say is, look how open he is to getting countered. And I agree, it does look that way half the time, but it hasn't actually happened yet. People clip him coming in with big wide hooks and basically no striking defence, but if he was going to get caught and countered, it'd have probably happened against Strickland or Whittaker, but as you know, he beat both of them. So yeah, I think if anyone's going to catch him with a counter, it's probably Adesanya, but we'll just have to see how it goes. One thing we can't forget about Dricus is his ground game. Adesanya is just very hard to get down. A lot have tried and failed, but yeah, if Dricus can get on the inside, get some trips in the clinch, maybe get it to the ground and get a back take. I can remember Marvin Vettori taking Adesanya's back. He just didn't have the submission ability to actually finish the fight, but someone like Dricus does. So that'll be interesting to see as well if he can get the fight to the ground. I just want to see Adesanya commit to his strikes a bit more in this fight. We know it's still in him. We know the talent's still there. We saw a glimpse of it when he knocked Pereira out cold. He put all of his might into that right hand and he finished the fight. He knocked Pereira out cold. He could do that against du Plessis. He just needs to get on the offensive a bit more, commit to his strikes, put everything into it, and he could end up making this a really fun fight. I think Adesanya just spends too long waiting for his perfect moment, like his perfect counter. And if it doesn't come like it did against Pereira, then it'll just settle for a boring leg kick decision, and that's why he started getting so much hate. I'm not one to throw steroid allegations out there, but a lot of people did say he was on something when he fought Paulo Costa because of the gyno. But yeah, all I'm saying is USADA are gone now, so who knows what version of Adesanya we're going to see. I think for the first 2 rounds, we'll see a lot of Adesanya on the back foot, Dricus pressuring forward. He might not even want to use his grappling, but I think he'd be stupid to not at least try. But yeah, if Adesanya can get past the first couple of rounds of pressure, then maybe he can find something round 3, 4, 5 maybe. But I can't remember the last time I saw Israel Adesanya grow into a fight, so I can't be too confident in saying that. Some of the other fighters rumoured to be on that card include Song Yadong, Jack Della Maddalena, Steve Erceg. I'd absolutely love if they matched Song Yadong up with the new guy, Kaya Sakura. That fight would be absolutely huge in Asia, so that'd be great to have as a co-main. And even if I don't agree with Adesanya getting a title shot coming off a loss against Strickland, hopefully I can still enjoy the card and they make it a good one.